Your air conditioner is fighting a battle it cannot win. And it's your house that's making it lose. Not the weather, your house. There's a $2 powder sitting at every hardware store right now. It stops the problem completely. Not partially, completely. Ancient civilizations ran this trick for 3,000 years. A university professor proved it in a lab in 2021, and the cooling industry spent 70 years hoping you'd never find out. I'm going to show you exactly what's cooking your home from the inside. And then I'm going to show you how a bag of powder stops it cold. We're talking thermodynamics. We're talking history. We're talking a number that made paint companies physically nervous. This isn't a hack. This is physics. And it's been buried under a $300 billion industry for 7 decades. By the end of this video, you will understand why your AC loses before it even switches on, what the Greeks figured out before running water existed, how one Purdue professor scared an entire industry with white paint, and exactly how to apply this powder yourself this weekend for under $30 on any roof, any house. Stay with me, because the step you'll miss at the end is the one that doubles every result. Most people think their air conditioner pumps in cold air. That's not what it does. Your AC is a heat mover. It grabs heat from inside your home and dumps it outside. That's it. That's the whole job. Now here's the part they never tell you. While your AC is throwing heat out one side of your house, your roof is pouring heat back in through the top, non-stop, all day, all season. A standard dark shingle roof absorbs up to 95% of all sunlight hitting it. Every single photon gets turned into heat. That heat drives down through your roof deck. It floods your attic. Attics in summer hit 140 degrees, sometimes higher. That heat then radiates down through your ceiling into every room, all day, all night. Your AC isn't fighting outside air, it's fighting your own roof. I call this the solar loading trap. And the moment the sun rises, your AC is already losing. That's why it runs constantly on hot days. Even in a perfectly sealed, perfectly insulated house, you're not cooling a house, you're draining a leaking bucket. The $2 powder plugs the leak at the source, before it ever becomes heat inside your walls. But to understand why it works, you need to know what the Greeks discovered. And the physics behind it will genuinely surprise you. Before we go further, quick question. What percentage of sunlight does regular white commercial paint actually reflect? Is it 50%, 65%, 80%, or 98%? Lock that in your head right now. Because the gap between the wrong answer and the right answer is worth thousands of dollars over a single summer. We'll come back to it. Go back to 3,500 years. The Greek islands, the Mediterranean coast, North Africa. Summer temperatures were brutal. No electricity, no refrigeration, no air conditioning. And yet, people lived comfortably indoors all summer long. How? They painted everything white. Not paint from a can, not latex, not premium exterior coating. Powdered limestone mixed with water, hydrated lime, calcium hydroxide, a material you can make from rocks and a fire. They mixed it. They slathered it on every surface, walls, roofs, staircases, everything. And it worked so well that they kept doing it for 30 centuries straight, without changing a single ingredient. Here's the physics they didn't know but discovered anyway. Hydrated lime reflects 95 to 98% of all incoming solar radiation. Every photon that hits it bounces back into the sky. It doesn't absorb, it deflects. The surface barely warms up at all. In 1973, Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory tested this directly. Researchers coated a flat rooftop with basic powdered limestone and water. Same recipe, 3,000 years old. That roof's surface temperature dropped 40 degrees compared to an identical dark roof sitting right beside it. Interior building temperature fell 8 full degrees. The building needed 0 air conditioning the entire summer. 0 machines, 0 electricity, $2 worth of powder. This is the solar bounce effect, and it gets more powerful the more you understand what's actually happening. Jump to 2021, Purdue University, Indiana. Professor Julien Rouen set out to find the absolute ceiling. He wasn't testing lime, he was asking, how white can a surface actually get? What is the physical limit of solar reflectance? He engineered a surface using barium sulfate particles, particles sized and shaped to scatter every wavelength of sunlight simultaneously. The result, 98.1% solar reflectance. The Guinness Book of World Records certified it, the whitest surface ever created by human hands, peer-reviewed and confirmed in ACS applied materials. But here's the number that scared the industry. That surface, applied to 1,000 square feet of rooftop, generates 10 kilowatts of continuous cooling power. Your standard home AC unit runs at 3 to 5 kilowatts. The white surface wins by a factor of 2 or 3, using 0 watts of electricity. Now here's the connection they don't want you making. The physics behind Rouen's ultra-white surface and the physics behind $7 hydrated lime are identical at the core. Same 2 mechanisms, both of them. Mechanism 1, shortwave solar rejection. Visible light and near-infrared radiation bounce back before becoming heat. Mechanism 2, long-wave infrared emission. Heat, already stored in the surface, radiates upward into the sky above, even during peak afternoon sun. That second mechanism has a name, radiative sky cooling, and it's wild. Ruins test surfaces measured below ambient air temperature during the day. Not just cooler than the roof, cooler than the air around them. The surface was actively pulling heat upward into the atmosphere. Your AC dumps heat into 95-degree outdoor air on the hottest day of the year. Lime dumps heat into the coldest heat sink that exists anywhere in the universe. Deep space, 3 degrees above absolute zero. That's the sky dump advantage. That's why the Greeks were right for 3,000 years and didn't even know the science. They just knew it worked every single time. Now, you're probably asking a real question right now. If this is legitimate physics backed by ancient history in a Purdue lab, why is every roof in America still dark? Why isn't this in every building code? Why hasn't your contractor ever mentioned this? Hold that question. Because the answer involves $330 billion, and it's not an accident. Homeowner associations across dozens of states have it in their rulebooks right now. No highly reflective roofing surfaces. Mandatory earth tones. Browns, tans, dark grays. The exact colors that absorb the most solar radiation. The exact colors that guarantee your AC runs nonstop from June through September. Is that aesthetic preference? Here's what the math says. Global HVAC industry, $130 billion per year. Global paint and coatings industry, $200 billion per year. Hydrated lime, a commodity mineral you cannot patent. You cannot trademark calcium hydroxide. You cannot build a subscription model around a powder that costs $7 and lasts for years. A lime-coated roof that cuts your AC usage by 60 to 70% doesn't just hurt the paint companies. It directly attacks the HVAC business model. Every ton of lime you apply is a ton of premium roofing material you didn't buy. Every month of reduced AC use is a month of electricity revenue that disappears. The roofing standards that push dark shingles. The HOA rules mandating heat-absorbing colors. The building codes that never listed lime as an approved option. None of this required a secret meeting in a boardroom. It just required an industry whose profits depend on you staying in the dark, literally. Because darker roofs mean hotter homes, and hotter homes mean bigger AC units, and bigger AC units mean bigger bills, for decades, guaranteed. Now you know why the powder never made the brochure. Here's where most people go wrong. They hear the roof tip, they coat the roof, they call it done, and they get maybe half the result they should be getting. Lime on the roof solves the solar loading trap, but your walls are also absorbing sun all day long. Your south-facing wall takes direct sun for the longest stretch of the day. Your east wall gets hit hard every morning. Your west wall bakes all afternoon. Every dark wall is a slow-release heat battery. It absorbs during the day and bleeds that heat inward all night. The Mediterranean builders who perfected this knew it instinctively. They didn't just whitewash rooftops. They whitewashed every exterior surface on every building, every village, every wall, every face. Because the physics compounds when you treat the whole envelope. A white south-facing wall with 95% reflectance turns your afternoon heat battery off completely. Stack that across every exterior surface, and the thermal mass of your home stops working against you. It starts working with you. Total material cost to treat every exterior surface of an average home? Under $50. That's the number that makes the cooling industry very uncomfortable. Let me tell you about a guy in Texas who actually measured this. He didn't guess. He didn't estimate. He put a thermometer in his attic before and after. The number he got was the kind of number that changes how you think about everything. Before the treatment, attic reading at peak afternoon, 143 degrees. After the treatment, same time of day, 97 degrees. A 46-degree drop from 2 bags of powder in one afternoon of work. Indoor temperature fell 10 degrees without the AC running at full load. His estimated electricity savings that summer? Over $1,200. A new AC unit costs $5,000 to $15,000 installed. Monthly operating costs? $150 or more every hot season. His 2 bags of lime cost him $14. Now, do the math yourself. I'll wait. Here's everything you need to know to do this yourself this weekend. Step 1, materials. 1 50-pound bag of Type S hydrated lime. Available at Home Depot, Lowe's, any farm supply store. Cost $7 to $14 per bag. That's your active compound. Calcium hydroxide, that's the physics engine. Step 2, mixing. 1 part lime powder, 2 parts water. Mix until it looks like thin paint, not paste, not mud, thin paint. This recipe is 4,000 years old. Don't overthink it. Step 3, surface prep, clean surface, dry surface. That's it. Remove any loose debris. Let it dry completely. Don't apply over wet surfaces. Step 4, application. Use a thick nap roller for flat surfaces. Use a wide brush for edges and tight spots. Apply 2 full coats. Let the first coat dry completely overnight before the second. Don't rush it. The second coat is what locks in the reflectance. Step 5. Priority order. Roof first. Highest priority. Direct overhead sun all day. South-facing wall second. Longest sun exposure of any vertical surface. East and west walls after that. Hit every exterior surface if you want the full compounding effect. Total material cost for a 2,200 square foot home's full exterior, under $50 at current prices. Total time, 1 weekend with basic tools. No contractor, no permit, no machine. The Greeks worked this out before formal writing systems existed. Professor Ruin proved the exact mechanism in a peer-reviewed lab in 2021. The powder has been sitting on the shelf at your hardware store the entire time. And the industry that profits from your ignorance never once told you it was there. That's not a coincidence. That's a business model. Here's what you actually know now. Your AC is fighting your roof, not the weather. A $7 bag of hydrated lime reflects 95 to 98% of all sunlight hitting it. It works through the same mechanisms as the most advanced reflective coating ever built. It radiates stored heat directly toward the coldest surface in the universe. Ancient people proved it. A Purdue lab confirmed it. A Texas homeowner measured it. $200 saved in a single summer. The most expensive part of your home has always been the surface facing the sun. Now you know exactly what to put on it. But here's the question most people ask next. What happens when the grid goes down? When your AC stops working completely during a summer emergency? The survival architecture that keeps people alive with zero power is the next video. The engineering behind it is even older than the lime trick, and it's just as simple once you see it. Link is right above this one. I'll see you there.